time is dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I've been so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Go ahead. 57. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Go ahead.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. For Zeke, one of first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go, 47. 57 to Mike. 26. Here we go. 26.
Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, kill.
Mike 57.
Prescott from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return is Jones. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
Ain't no.
Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Right there.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Get him.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Watch twist. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the lady.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Get ready. Get ready.
Prescott to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here we go, 46, 56. 57, 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his tight end fan. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott now. And his throw here's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
We're going to 54. Right in. Check right 54. Right 54. Rip left. Rip left.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold brought in here by Tyler Eifert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Strip that ball. We go 46.
26. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Prescott. Going up top. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 54,
Now Prescott. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Darnold. A screen to Bell. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way.
Lady. Check mine. Watching you fire. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now Austin.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 lead.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On first down, it's Darnold going deep for Eifert. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Bell.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Results in a 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Watch the block, motion, he said. Shoot. Check. I said.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Tavecchio puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Check.
Here's Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
We're going to sack. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. All day, punk.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there in the middle, 55. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Ready? 55.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Get ready, get ready.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 16, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
There we go, kill. 57, 57, come on. Come to wild work. 26.
Here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And Eifert has it. Tyler Eifert. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Marcus May with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Yo, son, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Get this one on.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he stopped immediately there. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Faking the give, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
You're all mine, baby. You gonna get this. You're all mine. Check 99. Check 99. Switch, switch, switch.
Darnold from the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First time they looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
2nd and 10 at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Mike 55, Mike.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Go right in. Nice, sweetheart. We're going to 53. 57 is the mark. Rock 57.
Prescott from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Go right in. 57, come on. Touchdown, defense.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Still on his feet. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
We're going to 54, right in. Undercrush. Here we go. Go to 54, right in.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They're in the fourth quarter in Denver, and the Titans have just scored, so they add on to their lead. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is Bell. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now it's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. A gain of 22.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
He's back to throw, fighting to stay upright. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
36. Alert flag.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. 3rd down here. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Check three. Young lady. Mike.
Back to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch it divide. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
55, Mark, 55. I got you, boy. Switch. Kill.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Jets, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles